Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? And welcome to the Lakers postgame show on ZSPN on YouTube. I'm your host, Zaid here. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Charlotte Hornets tonight. And after a long battle, the Los Angeles Lakers able to beat the Hornets in overtime. And I have to say, it was a very impressive performance from the Los Angeles Lakers. They actually really did step up when it comes all said and done. I mean, this was a type of win that they needed to accomplish when it comes all said and done. I mean, without a doubt, they needed to beat the Charlotte Hornets when it comes all said and done. And I just have to say, this was a great move, a great performance overall when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. Sure, it didn't look pretty, but they managed to achieve the goal and they got the win. And a win is a win in my book when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, before I get into the stats tonight, guys, and who actually stepped up for the Lakers when it comes down to the wire, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and guys, please feel free to comment in this live stream. I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions about the Lakers and their survival win tonight in overtime against the Charlotte Hornets. And I just want to know what you guys think, and if is it positive or negative. I mean, I don't really care. I really want to know your thoughts about it. And if you guys haven't yet, please make sure to like all of my social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video or this live stream, whatever you want to call it, in the description of this video, so you guys will know when I upload on this channel. And obviously, guys, please make sure to support me on social media, and much appreciated. Really is much appreciated for every single one of you for showing me the love, support on this channel. So, guys, yeah, let's just get it right into it. I mean, the Lakers were evenly matched, if you will, when it comes to the Charlotte Hornets tonight. When it came to the first and second quarter, it kind of gotten away from them in the third quarter. But, guys, we have to praise Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony with his offensive attack, it just came out of nowhere when it comes to his shooting out there tonight. And especially when it came to the third quarter, when he was just draining those threes like he has been throughout the beginning of the regular season. So without a doubt, Carmelo Anthony has been the focal point of the Lakers offense when it comes to shooting. And he's been consistent when it comes to bringing that energy off the bench. And, what comes all said and done, I mean, Carmelo Anthony, he is a fit. He is a fit with the Los Angeles Lakers, and he is, in my opinion, a candidate for Sixth Man of the Year. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, he's showing the numbers. He's showing how he is reliable when it comes to helping out a team to win. And, Carmelo Anthony with 29 points went 7 of 10. Think about that, 7 of 10 from the three. I mean, have you ever seen that from a veteran type player who is regarded as one of the most greatest superstars when it comes to his position? I mean, he is up there when it comes to the greats. And I just have to say, Carmelo Anthony has been on his A game when it comes to really stepping up for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially having LeBron James being out and the rest of the injuries from THT, who is, I have to say, he will be coming back pretty soon. I mean, there's no timeline yet, but THT is pretty soon going to come back, and we will see if that will improve on the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to more depth, or potentially bringing the defensive side of things, or maybe the shooting. Sort of depends on what we will have in THT when it comes all said and done. So, just having that, aspect of those potential players coming back Even Kendrick Nunn, you never know about his status coming back to the Los Angeles Lakers, from injury. So, but THT could potentially come back pretty soon, but still remains to be seen about that. And it's just one of those type of moments where we just had to really give a lot of credit to Carmelo Anthony. I mean, he has been really stepping up for the bench uh, in a huge way. And 29 points, as I said, 7 of 10 from the three. Not a lot of effort on the defensive side, but the Lakers signed him because he was an offensive type of guy, and he's on that attack when it comes to him bringing that to the Los Angeles Lakers on the shooting side. So, I had to commend Carmelo Anthony on his great performance out there tonight. And when it comes to the rest of the Lakers squad, guys, I'm just looking at the stats as I'm doing this stream right now. There were some efforts when it came to some of the players, especially when it came to the fourth quarter, and Malik Monk. Malik Monk playing against his former team, the team that drafted him, and he had 10 points out there tonight, and I believe he went 2 of 4 from the three. And there was a moment where he made a buzzer beater to at half court, and that excited the Lakers squad, including LeBron James, who was at the game tonight, even though he will be out. I believe I saw another update for his injury. He might be out for a lengthy period of time, guys. I mean, it's not 1 week, as we all heard when it comes to his injury. So, God forbid if the Lakers just keep this energy that they have now and continue to win easy games, like I believe they have one game that's on their radar, and that is potentially the Spurs, and I believe there's another team, but it's escaping me right now. I know one of them is the Miami Heat, but that could be another challenge for the Lakers because of the injuries and LeBron being out. But if they played the way that they played, and having Carmelo Anthony, just play as mellow and average like 6 of 7 or 5 of 7 from the three and giving us like 20 points a game off the bench, then there's a guaranteed chance that we could win some games without LeBron James. But still remains to be seen. And just continuing on with the bench, I will get to the starting lineup, but just real quick, because there was a lot of effort from the depth for the Lakers off the bench. When you look at Wayne Ellington, who for the past couple of games, he has been really showing, a lot of potential as, a guy that we sort of rely upon when it comes to shooting. But, tonight's game, we saw some glimpse. I mean, he had 8 points, went 2 of 3 from the three. And we saw some glimpse of his shooting ability out there tonight. So it's just one of those type of moments where we have to take some things from Wayne Ellington that will Wayne Ellington, excuse me, I had to think about that, and just say, what, he has the abilities to really step up for the Lakers off the bench. So, and 8 points, not bad. I mean, this is what we kind of expected for a guy who will, obviously help the Lakers on the shooting side. So when it comes all said and done, it just kind of, I guess, helped out the Lakers in that sort of notion. So, just a solid performance for Wayne Ellington. Other than that, on the defensive side, we had Dwight Howard had 4 points, but 9 rebounds. I mean, not bad. And I believe he had 1 steal and 1 block. We also saw an alley-oop from Russell Westbrook to Dwight Howard. And, that's one of the perks about Russell Westbrook when it comes to his ability to give lobs to big men, and they obviously achieve them when it comes to scoring. So just a solid performance for Dwight Howard. And guys, even though Rajon Rondo, we haven't seen a lot of presence from him when it comes to his efforts to helping the Lakers win, games and helping out the Lakers as of late. Even though he had 0 points, I have to say I have to commend on his playmaking, especially being that floor general esque type of guy that we all know what he brings to the table. And he had 8 assists. And guys, this is just coming from me, and I think I speak for most Laker fans when it comes to this. Every time he's on the floor with Anthony Davis, you can just tell that Anthony Davis plays his best basketball when it comes to his ability to really achieve some appreciation for what we see um, from Anthony Davis when it comes to his greatness. And every time Rajon Rondo is on the floor, it just for some reason he just plays his best basketball. And we have to really commend on Rajon Rondo for when it comes to him playing alongside Anthony Davis. Great things do happen when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. So we have to give some appreciation for Rajon Rondo and his performance out there tonight. It doesn't look like it on paper, but he delivered on the defensive side, his playmaking, the floor general esque, as I mentioned. So just a great job out there for Rajon Rondo. Now, let's get into the starting lineup. Starting lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Davis led the Lakers tonight with 32 points and went 13 of 25 from the field. His shooting when it comes to the three is 0 of 3, but it's not anything too surprising. I mean, sure, we can see some glimpse when it comes to Anthony Davis, shooting threes here and there, but it's anything that we expected from him. Obviously, we expected for him to, dominate every single night, on his, I guess, his own offense when it comes to that sort of abilities. And then, he had 12 rebounds, and then he had like 3 steals and 5 blocks. So he had a great performance out there tonight, especially when it came to, just him stepping up. I mean, guys, this is what we all expected for Anthony Davis to come into this season and just for him to just be the number one guy for the Lakers even when LeBron is potentially out. And when you have Russell Westbrook on your side, you're going to be that guy that we will rely upon to win us games. And this type of performance from Anthony Davis is just sensational for Anthony Davis to perform the way that he performed. And I just hope that he just keep this momentum up and just brings that ability to step up when it comes all said and done. And even though having LeBron James, being out still, we can just hope and I guess just hope that he just lives up to that expectations moving forward. So a solid performance, great job out there for Anthony Davis tonight. Russell Westbrook, let's get to him for a second. When it comes to him tonight, he averaged a triple double out there tonight, Mr. Triple Double out there tonight, really delivering for the Lakers when it comes to that sort of performance. But I believe he had 17 points, he had 12 rebounds, 14 assists, and some of those 14 assists really came in handy when it comes to his ability to help the Lakers score tonight, especially when it comes to those lobs from DJ and Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis and the rest of those Lakers squad out there tonight, really stepping up on their role. And then he still managed to turn over the ball a lot, especially when it came to the fourth quarter and also the third quarter. If you really want to, put it out there, 7 turnovers is still troubling. But at the end of the day, when it comes to his ability to not be so much as a ball hog or being selfish with the ball, in key moments he will take his ego to the side and potentially just give the ball to certain players that will guarantee for a score to happen. And we saw that. I mean, 14 assists. I mean, that's not bad for Russell Westbrook out there. He still needs to adapt, and hopefully in these next couple of games. I mean, guys, there's been a lot of talks when it comes to Russell Westbrook, and even though we do yell at the screen a lot and just say, what, why are you not living up to expectations and stuff? And we should have got Buddy Healed and stuff. But you know what? You know, there's some moments where you actually need Russell Westbrook when it comes to his superstar caliber type of guy. And when it comes all said and done, hopefully he just realize that we need to win games, and it's not about stacking up stats and building a legacy off of those stats. I mean, you came to the Los Angeles Lakers to win a championship, and for your hometown of LA, and that sort of notion. So I just hope that he realizes that, and I guarantee you that he feels it, but we don't really see it when it comes to those press conferences. He doesn't really let things get to him when it comes to the criticisms. But I hope he gets those criticisms, and really realize that you really need to win games when it comes all said and done, where it matters most. So his performance tonight was a solid performance, a great performance actually. But he just needs to realize that those turnovers could really harm the Lakers when it comes to winning games in key situations. So a great performance out there for Russell Westbrook. And then I already mentioned with DJ, he had 10 points and 8 rebounds. His efforts is not really that noticeable, but at key moments where you needed to rely on him to play defense and give lobs too. So his presence is really not that noticeable, but his efforts out there was all right in my book when it comes to that. And then you have Avery Bradley, had 8 points with 2 of 5 from the three, and guys, his defensive side. That's what really helped the Lakers in key situations when it comes to guarding certain players like LaMelo Ball. I mean, at key moments in these certain games out there tonight. So, and I'm just looking at the stats for the Hornets. Just want to know how much. Yeah, 25 points for LaMelo Ball. And, guys, he's really making a name for himself, being better than Lonzo Ball, to be honest with you. So, he's had a triple-double out there tonight, 15 rebounds and 11 assists. So, very impressive performance for LaMelo Ball. So great job on his end, but it just wasn't enough for him to win tonight. But the Lakers prevailed in that particular instance. So great job out there for the Lakers, really surviving when it comes to winning tonight. So, but Avery Bradley defensively came to play. So great job out there on his end. And lastly, Kent Bazemore, guys. I'm not liking his performance as of late, guys, especially when it comes to tonight's game. He has not been stepping up when it comes to the Lakers as of late. Went 0 of 4 from the field, had 0 points, had 2 rebounds. And, it's just not that impressive type of numbers when it comes to what we expect from Kent Bazemore when it comes to him stepping up for the Lakers, especially for a guy who was fighting for a starting lineup. And just saying, seeing the other players like Malik Monk and Wayne Ellington, those were the type of guys that were fighting for that particular starting role. And, I won't be surprised if, Frank Vogel decides to change up the lineup and instead puts in Malik Monk or maybe Wayne Ellington when it comes to that shooting. So, something needs to turn around for Ken Bazemore when it comes to him, stepping up for the Lakers, because 4 players giving all they got and just having him not showing a lot of effort is just unacceptable. And hopefully, he just could change things around. I mean, maybe I didn't see something from him when it comes to defensively. I mean, on the offense, excuse me, but maybe defensively there was something there that really helped the Lakers tonight on the defensive side. But overall, I just really want to see some effort from him when it comes all said and done. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say. I mean, guys, you know, the Lakers beating the Charlotte Hornets was one of those type of matchups where the Lakers just needed to win. They needed to win tonight, and they delivered. So it was just a great effort on on the Lakers' part to really step up in this matchup, and they needed to win tonight, and they delivered. So just great job out there for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I just hope they just keep this momentum moving forward because it's just I just want the Lakers to win easy games without LeBron James and the rest of the Lakers who are still out. But potentially once those other players like THT and Kendrick Nunn and potentially Trevor Ariza potentially coming back, they could potentially change things around and maybe it will be for the better. But as it stands now, the Lakers are not looking good. But this is a win, and I will accept that. I mean, it was not an easy one, but they managed to get one and they survived. So I'm just so impressed by the Lakers' performance. They did not give up and they delivered, and just a great performance overall for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came to Carmelo Anthony, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, and the rest of the Lakers squad. And just have to say, just hopefully they just keep this momentum, and hopefully things will turn around for the Lakers moving forward. And when it comes to the next games ahead, hopefully I want to check real quick. I mean, I want to be accurate of what they have in front of them. I know they had the Miami Heats on Wednesday, and then you have Thursday, Friday. You have the Minnesota Timberwolves. That could be a potential win for the Lakers, but hopefully they realize this is an easy win. So hopefully they can achieve that particular goal when it comes to Friday's game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And when it comes to the rest of the Spurs, I knew they have the Spurs game, and it's going to be at Staples. So hopefully it will be an easy win for the Lakers when it comes to that particular matchup because those young guys, I mean, they can play. And when it comes to them playing against the Lakers last time, they showed a lot of efforts when it comes to the shooting and the speed when it comes to the Lakers. So hopefully they step up and hopefully they deliver. So just really can't wait for that. Um, Other than that, you know, the Lakers have two games ahead of them that they could potentially get a win, and one of them is and then they have the Miami Heat. So hopefully they can potentially um, get a win then, and hopefully they just turn things around and just hopefully the rest of the players come back from injuries, and LeBron. Uh, there's some speculation that he'll be out for a month, so I hope it doesn't take that long, and I hope that the other updated news that shows that he will potentially um, not be out so long and just be out for a week. So, but I won't be surprised if he'll be out for a month. But hopefully he just stays healthy. When it comes all said and done. So, um, yeah, guys, that's all I really have to say. I mean, it's just a great performance overall for the Lakers. I just hope to just keep this momentum moving forward. And I want to read one of your comments. Well, I just got one comment, but it's all good. It's all good. So let's see. Russell Westbrook can be quite uh, unapologetic. No, to watch, and his turnovers are. Yeah, I mean, I said it. I said it in this video. I mean, and plethora of videos when it comes to Russell Westbrook and his turnovers. It's getting insane, and he's always been that guy that is always number one, and he always wants to you know be the number one guy, but he needs to realize now that he's with the Los Angeles Lakers, and the number one guy is LeBron James, and that's the whole offense goes through him, and then you have Anthony Davis, who's potentially the number two, number one guy, and the expectation, as I said from the beginning, is that Anthony Davis, there's a lot of expectations for him to really dominate games and be that number one guy for us when it comes to winning us games. And Anthony Davis is that second and first option. And when it comes to Russell Westbrook, he is more of the third option mixed with the second option for the Los Angeles Lakers. And when it comes all said and done, guys, I mean, it's just one of those type of situations where Russell Westbrook needs to adapt. He needs to adapt to this Lakers offense that goes through LeBron James. And it's not all about him ranking in triple doubles and being the number one guy in triple doubles and just um, making a legacy off of those numbers. I mean, your legacy is to win championships and just be a reliable type of player, not always just building up stats. I mean, he just needs that needs to understand that, and hopefully he can turn things around, and hopefully, um, he can realize that, and that's how we will win games. I mean, take your ego out the door and just decide to be that number one guy when it comes all matters most to help the team out. So, and being the point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, I mean, that's the expectation, and that is to really help the Lakers when it comes all matters most. And seeing the numbers, big numbers, triple doubles, I mean, that's great. But when it comes down to the wire, we really to win games, and hopefully that um, turns out potentially to turn around for Russell Westbrook moving forward. And some people are saying that it's so early. I mean, I don't really think it's too early. I mean, I think we're now in maybe 9, 10 games in, as we're, or maybe 11, excuse me. So, because last time I checked, I saw the record. The Lakers are 10. No, excuse me, 5-5 with this win. They're now 6-5 into the season. So it's 11 games into the season. So I don't know. Maybe we need a couple more games till we see Russell Westbrook really being Russell Westbrook and dominate games and stuff like that. But hopefully, still remains to be seen, and hopefully he just turns things around moving forward. So, um, and I hope he controls those turnovers. So, just let's just hope at that, Lakers Nation. So, hopefully, uh, drop the link. I don't really understand that, but it's all good. It's all good. I mean, if you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, I'm not sure what you mean by the link, but hopefully you mean by this link. I mean, I I posted on the community chat and on Facebook that I was going live, so maybe that's what you mean. Hopefully, I'm not mistaken you. So, um, yeah, that's all. That's all the comments that's there. I mean, I said what I had to say. I mean, hopefully the Lakers will keep this momentum, and hopefully they will potentially fix things. And when it comes to Frank Vogel, hopefully he sees that the rotation needs a little bit more improvement. But I think the reason the rotation is the way that it is because of the injuries. And THT and Kendrick Nunn has or were from the beginning of the season were the focal point for the Lakers rotation, especially when it comes to THT, because the expectations was that he was going to potentially start for the Los Angeles Lakers, but injuries happen, and Frank Vogel needed to change up the lineup. So um, still remains to be seen. Maybe he will be the guy that you rely upon off the bench, but still remains to be seen about that, about his status on the Los Angeles Lakers. His return is coming very soon, but there's no time limit. But hopefully, it's pretty soon. So expect THD to return in any day now. So, and still remains to be seen about Kendrick Nunn and Trevor Ariza. And I already said about LeBron James. He could be out for at least a week, but sources are saying that he could be out for. Um, I heard maybe 2 weeks to a month when it comes to his injury, but hopefully he's not anything too serious that will keep him out for a lengthy period of time. Because sadly, guys, when it comes to the Lakers, this offense and this team goes through LeBron James, and that's how we win games when it comes to him. Being that leader for the team. So we just have to wait and see. And I just have full faith that this team has the ability to win games for us when it comes to the talent that we have. As I mentioned, Carmelo Anthony, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and the rest of the crew. I mean, they have the capabilities of winning easy games and have the ability to really step up. So um, hopefully they just keep this momentum that they have now, and hopefully they can win us games at convincing fashion. Um, so yeah, guys, that's all we have to say. I mean, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. It's about to get late, and I needed to, you know, just uh, get to sleeping. So hopefully things will turn around for the Lakers moving forward, and hopefully the Lakers just keep this momentum moving forward. So guys, please make sure to comment down below, give me your thoughts about the Los Angeles Lakers, and make sure to like all of my social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video, so you guys check out my social media sites. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Guys, please make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when I upload on this channel, and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.